Heyo, what is going on, everybody? It's your boy X coming at y'all with a brand new video, and in this video we are going to be talking about the best XP method to get you guys started on your Season 6 journey, the glitched reality. It's a pretty cool one, so if you guys are excited, make sure you guys smash the like button down below, and let me know what your guys' experience so far with Season 6 has been. If I'm gonna be honest, I think it's pretty cool, you know, going and playing games, grinding for that, like, mystery glitched market, just to see if it'll pop up. It's pretty cool. If you don't know anything about that, it'll be linked in the description down below. You can check out that video after this. It's pretty fun, and it's pretty cool, waiting and seeing if that's gonna happen. So, what we're talking about with the XP here is going to be mainly revolving around the new cards that dropped today, like it always does, but I'm actually made it a challenge to myself to avoid any of the opals and the dark matters. That way, there's no, like, expensive cards to mix in here. There will be one pink diamond, that is Mark Eaton, but I made sure to, you know, pick the cheapest pink diamond to do for this challenge. Plus, it actually helps out a little bit better. So, the cards you're going to need for this, and that I'm going to help you with is, first off, like we just said, pink diamond Mark Eaton. This pink diamond is like 8k or below. I actually used him to pick up some easy pink diamonds for the little exchange for Rudy Relusa, which is cool. You're going to need yourself a nice little Clem Haskins, because he's a great all-around card that is actually really fun. You're going to need yourself, I think, maybe a Thaddeus Young if you want to do a little bit of extra grinding after the video. Yuta to boost. I'm pretty sure that's completely incorrect. I will find a way to pronounce it if I talk about it in a future video, I promise. I apologize to anybody that I offended with that horrible pronunciation. If you just want to, again, do some extra grinding with Thaddeus Young after that, which is nice, you're going to have to collect and open up that very first Jimmy Butler right here. That way you have the card. I've done one Evo on him, but we're kind of revolving around a little bit. And you're going to want to have enough XP to get up to Steve Novak at level 7, because, again, we will be using Steve Novak in this, and then you'll be good. So, to start this off, we are going to first have to come down here and finish some of these, you know, week 1 group 1s, just to get a little bit of extra XP, so we can move up to getting Steve Novak. That way we can do this little game right here. So this XP actually is included the badge up and the signing bonus. If you don't do the Suns points and the that sort of stuff, it won't be included. But anyway, there's 100 XP for adding a contract to a player and 100 XP for adding a badge to a player, both of which are going to be pretty cool and pretty fun. So what you're probably going to have your team look like is, this is the team that I'm actually going to be going in with a game of domination. I'm going to have Yuta in there, Will Barton, Jimmy Butler, Steve Novak, and Mark Eaton. But I'll do my Evo lineup, I guess, to show you guys some of these, even though they're kind of the same lineup for me. I'm just throwing a bunch of bronzes right here. So we are going to start off with Mark Eaton right there in at our center position. Then at the power forward, I'm going to go ahead and throw in our wonderful power forward in Sapphire Steve Novak. Then we can have, mine's a Ruby, but yours will be a Sapphire. In Jimmy Butler, find him right there, which is pretty nice. Clem Haskins is going to be our wonderful PG for our little XP grinding session. And that's kind of all you really have to have. I would recommend, you know, throwing in like a Kawhi or something like that. I'll probably throw in Dwayne Wade in right there, and then I'll have a backup just in case of David Robinson and Curry, because they're two diamond contract players for me. Same with Wade, which is pretty cool. So your general lineup is going to look like this. Clem Haskins in at the PG. Yours probably will not have a dynamic goal, but mine does. Also Jimmy Butler in there at the small forward or shooting guard, whichever you want, whoever you have filled that spot. Then we have Steve Novak in here as well, the nice 6'10" sprayer. Excited about this guy. And then we have the center, Mark Eaton, in there holding down the paint at that center position, which is pretty fun. It's pretty fun. So the challenges that we're actually going to be grinding for right here are obviously mostly in the radioactive section, and I've finished a few of these, so I'll have to show you. But the big one that we're grinding first is going to be score 60 points in the paint with radioactive Mark Eaton over multiple domination games, which we'll talk a little bit more about the domination in a second. But there's a reason that we're using Steve Novak and Mark Eaton, and you'll see it in a second. But with Mark Eaton, we want to make sure we get those 1,000 XP for 60 points. Should be pretty easy. You'll see why in a second. And we have 7 rebounds with Mark Eaton in a single game. So you need 60 points and 7 rebounds with Mark Eaton. Should be pretty easy. Then you're going to want to go ahead and make sure that when you are getting those points with Mark Eaton, you are getting the 30 assists for Clem Haskins off of those 60 points. So the thing that you're probably going to want to do is take Haskins, call like a 5 out, whatever the 5 out play is. I think it's like pass away, something like that. Then you're going to call for a pick and roll from Mark Eaton and just keep cycling through it over and over and over and over and over again until you get your 60 points with Mark Eaton and 7 rebounds. The thing about Mark Eaton, he's actually a really good like inside presence, as you would expect from a guy that's 7'4". If he wasn't a good inside presence, I'd be a little bit concerned. But you should be pretty good on that. And that's all you have there. So it's 800 XP for getting Clem Haskins. That's his only challenge, which is cool. Now we have Jimmy Butler in the game for a double-double. You can do this with getting 10 quick points with Jimmy Butler right at the beginning of the game and calling it a day with him, and then getting 10 assists, or trying to get 10 rebounds throughout it. It's going to be hard when you have Mark Eaton in the game. But either way, however you go about getting your double-double, get it with Jimmy Butler. But what I recommend is, getting 10 quick points with Jimmy Butler, because in most games of domination, especially if you do rookie, it'll be pretty easy to drop a bunch of points. You can get like 130 in a game sometimes if you want to. So easy one right there. You can't do this other one for Jimmy. That's a triple threat offline. But either way, then you are going to make sure that those 10 assists that you're getting with Jimmy Butler are heading to our wonderful man, Steve Novak, for his 40 points in a game of domination. If you're just taking threes with Steve Novak, this will probably be an easy 30 points right there, from the 10 assists for the double-double right to our man Steve Novak. Nice and easy. Should be pretty fun. Should be pretty cool. And nice and consistent, because Steve Novak, he's going to be a sprayer, and it's going to be pretty fun. And then the other, I think, little bits of XP challenge are going to come a little bit after the game, and I'll explain that in a second. But when you do win a game of domination, you get 250 XP. And notice how it's called the Mystery Domination set, but not actually win one Mystery Domination game. So if you're not somebody that is really feeling like going through XP grinding on Hall of Fame difficulty, because, I don't really want to play that team too bad. Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Peja Stojakovic, Kevin Durant, and Dirk Nowitzki. It doesn't look very fun. So, maybe you want to go back to just normal current domination and play the Hornets, because when we look at this, wow, that looks so much better. Bismack Biyombo, PJ Washington, Miles Bridges, Devontae Graham, and Terry Rozier. That's pretty easy. I can beat that team and not even think. So all of those will count, and it'll be an easier game to get that XP, but it's a free 250 XP that you'll be getting just for doing nothing, and you can keep grinding all these domination games, and once you get to the end, that's quite a bit. I like that. I think it's a pretty cool thing to incentivize people to play domination, so good job at 2K on that. So obviously, like we said, we're going to start off the game by getting our 30 assists with Clem Haskins over to our wonderful man Mark Eaton, and make sure we get the 7 rebounds there. Then once we are done with that, 10 quick points with Jimmy Butler, and then 10 assists over to Steve Novak for some extra threes. You're also going to have to get 10 extra points aside from those threes, which is like 4 more threes, whatever it is. For it, you can pass with Clem Haskins if you want to. Maybe you got some free throws of Mark Eaton, so he's not at exactly 30 assists, so, maybe you got some of those. But either way, you want to make sure that Jimmy gets a double-double, Steve Novak gets 40 points, Mark Eaton gets 60 points and 7 rebounds, and Clem Haskins ends the game with 30 assists, and then boom, you're done with that section. But there's a little bit more that we can do. Steve Novak needs 2 rebounds in triple threat offline, and Jimmy Butler needs 21 points in triple threat offline as well, which is cool and pretty easy. Those are some easy XPs to get. 500 XP for Jimmy Butler if you do those triple threat offline ones, and 200 XP for Novak's boards, which is pretty good, if I'm being honest. This is going to equal out to quite a bit of XP, and it's going to be pretty nice at the end of it. And any assists that maybe you didn't get with Clem Haskins, you can come in there and get some passes in there, because obviously you can have 3 cards in triple threat. So you'll head over and maybe have a team like, well, we'll find him at the PG right there. We'll go to Amethyst. There is Clem Haskins, wonderful guy that he is. We'll have our small forward be our nice Ruby Jimmy Butler. Once we find him, should be all the way at the end. There he is. And then we will have our Sapphire power forward in Steve Novak, and then boom, you'll get the 21 points, all with Jimmy Butler, maybe some assists from Clem Haskins just to make it a little bit easier, and Steve Novak can get his 2 rebounds. If he can't get 2 rebounds at 6'10", I don't know what to tell you. That's kind of embarrassing. But once you finish all of this XP and add it together, I've done like a total for it. You'll get 100 XP for adding a contract to the card before you actually start the game. 100 for badging up a card before you start the game. You'll get 600 I said 600, 1000 XP for getting your 60 points with Mark Eaton. Your 7 rebounds in a game would give you 250 XP, which is awesome. For Clem Haskins, 30 assists, you'll be getting 800 XP winning a game of domination, 250 XP, which is nice. No matter what kind of domination you play, it'll be easy. You'll get 40 points with Steve Novak, which is 600 XP. You will get 2 boards with Novak, which is 200 XP. You'll have a double-double with Jimmy Butler, which is 100. 21 points to triple threat offline, which is 500. And winning a game of triple threat offline, not one that I actually showed you, but it is one that is on page 1 right here, triple threat winner, 250 XP. And if you combine that all together, you'll be getting 4,150 XP, which is a huge step up if you're first starting off. And now, obviously, we're starting at Steve Novak right here with 890 XP. So if you were to add all of the XP together that you would be, getting, you have the 890, we'll say you like on the dot got up to Steve Novak, for example, and then you add your 4,150 XP, you'll be at 5,040 XP after this bit, which will almost put you at level 17. That is a bunch of stuff that you can get. And then you'll unlock some Wendell Carter Jr. challenges that you can do, which are all really, really, really easy, like 15 rebounds and 1 block. Like, you guys can definitely do that, and it can be pretty fun. XP so far, grinding-wise, is looking pretty nice and pretty cool so far this season. It's nice and easy, and it's been going pretty cool. And once you win every single game, you will be able to actually have a chance at getting into that glitched market, which is awesome. You can see, I've never gotten into the glitch market, so I can't tell you about it, but it is what it is. If you're doing your triple threat grinding, make sure you're doing your triple threat offline, because that's what Jimmy Butler requires. And your domination, it really doesn't matter where you are. You could do current on rookie if you really just want to cruise through it. I'll probably be trying to do mine in mystery domination just to work on it. There's a lot of tokens in here that I really want to get, and that dark matter Evo Mel Daniels is looking like a juicy, really fun card to try out, so we'll see. Let me know what you guys think about the video down in the comment section below. If it helped you guys out, make sure you guys like and subscribe if you guys are new. We are in the road to 10K subscribers. Hopefully, you guys can go out and get a bunch of XP grinding, work your way up towards that dark matter J.R. Smith. I'm so excited to try that card out. It looks like to be an absolute demon. And yeah, subscribe if you guys are new, on the road to 10K subscribers. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I will see y'all in the next video.